Yay. So, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. What did he do? What is happening? Why is that lagging already? But that's not a good start. Okay, well, let's turn you off. Does that help? How much does that help? You're squeaking indeed. I am currently trying to work out how to lower my RAM usage. Why is there 4 instances of VTube Studio? What is happening here? Oh, is this... Okay, well, worry about it again once it starts to actually lag significantly. I'm just going to close a couple of browser tabs I'm not using. What can I close here? Close that. But I might have to turn off Visual Studio partway. And if the fact that I'm currently sitting at 90% memory usage is going to be a problem. The fun bit is that Live 2D is currently not using the majority of the memory. It's just OBS and Visual Studio. So once I start doing things here and the stack starts building, it's going to get real messy. Alright, so... ideally, want VTube Studio on for a little bit because one thing with this little Seia model that I want to look at is what happens if I give it live 2D parameters, which we're just going to test with sunglasses, I guess. Are we going with sunglasses? Let's go with sunglasses. Alright, we're putting on sunglasses. Where are they? Black sunglasses item, yeah, sure, smoothing. Pin item to live 2D model use. Alright, what does this do? Okay. Where'd it go? Holy turn! Oh, that is a really aggressive turn on those sunglasses. I know the blue might be very blinding right now, but... Okay, let me just do a face forward to set this on my face. It does not work with the way I've rigged my model at all. That's hilarious. But basically, if we apply live 2D parameters to Seia in a box, as I officially named this model here. If I use it as a live 2D item within Visual Studio, it can also benefit from the tracking. So one thing, how do I get rid of this? One thing I was thinking about is to width it to, let me just remove everything here. Oh, that gets rid of Nashiko as well. Is to roll with some commands in the chat that would allow her to pop in and out of the box. Which is still a thing that is in the future, but it is a consideration. Which is also a problem, given there's no direct connectivity to VTube Studio using commands from YouTube, which means I'll have to find some janky-ass solution to solve it. But either way, we're going to keep all of these standard live 2D... Actually, I'll put these on the folder right now. All these standard live 2D parameters for a bit. Or... tracked params, let's just call it that, and we'll just chuck everything in here. And we're going to make some of our own parameters that we need for the motion. Alright, so first up, let's get this box to open. Box. So we need a parameter that basically allows the box to open. I'm actually going to name these properly in the ID as well, since we're actually going to need it this time. So basically going to go from 0 to 1. And we're going to go into... Where's the box lids? Okay, over. Can I run it straight off this parameter, or this deformer? Can I run this as a blend shape? Can I then go like this? That might work. Or let me just take it off for a moment. So I have these essential squares here. What I think I actually want to do with... Oh, that effect... I don't know how comfortable I am with what can I do there? But these have to be separate parts. Okay, we're gonna make a child object of these, just to make this easier to work with. I need to change the actual position and perspective of these later. So we'll set these to open deformer. What I'm thinking is that we're actually going to take these deformers and we're going to very aggressively shape the deformer to the actual shape of the box. Let me just go like this so I can see it better. So that when I try and flip the actual square of a lid, see that the deformer isn't actually like completely square, given that we have this perspective line here. The idea is that when we come up to here and we literally just take this top corner and fold it up to here, that let's just see what this does if I try and open and close it. What does this actually do? Yikes. Hold up. Where is oh, right. That's a problem. Alright, we'll go from -1 to 1. We're just going to give it a third parameter, and then that allows me to use this, even though I don't need this, which is stupid. But does that... that does not work in just like this. I like how it tries to stretch itself when it goes under. I'm not going to be able to go under a bit. Okay, what happens if I try and give it a... like... 0.5 point here? Wait. I can't do that for blend shape, right? Oh, that's an hassle. Okay, we're not gonna make this a blend shape then. Oh, I need to undo it before I can change that. Alright, let's just go back to normal, get rid of this, change this from a blend shape. Unfortunately, that's not gonna work. That actually means I don't need this part then. That's actually a little helpful in a way. I'm gonna give this a 3-point bit here. And we're just gonna go ahead and drag this out again so that it is at the box open state here, but we are at this middle point going to go like, I don't know, like some kind of in-between position, like right there. Alright, what happens if we tell this to interpolate a little bit? Does that help? Oh! That actually kind of works. I didn't think that janky way of doing it would actually work, but that is something that looks like a box opening. Hello there, how you doing? Okay, so given that this motion should be relatively quick, we should be able to get away with a relatively smooth looking motion. I think what oh, actually, how will that work? I would like to give it a little bit of flexing on the box lid. I'm just thinking if that will work nicely depending on how it's applied. If it's going to be in a live 2D item, then that will require physics. Otherwise, I can control it during the animation. Okay, let me try this. We're going to create a parameter called box flex, or box lid flex, let's call this. We're going to pass this from -1 to 1, and we'll go... Oh, I just said create. Box lid flex. By that, we're going to just go from -1 to 1. We're going to blend shape that. Alright, so in theory, if I tell this to when opening, so when basically when it swings to open and the physics pendulum swings outwards, only wait. Actually, I wonder if I could just do this based on the former's alignment here. Essentially, all I need is for this to flex. No, we want this to flex outwards. So we want to flex outwards away from the center. Do I want to bring this down a little bit too? Just that the mesh on this I've made pretty simple. If I wanted to flex a lot, I'm gonna need to make this more complex. Okay, I'm going to increase the complexity of the mesh only along the sides, because the sides are basically the bits that we want to flex. We don't actually want to flex the ends of this very much, so let me just go ahead and do it. Don't keep... Alright, because it doesn't really work when I'm doing like this. Alright, we'll get rid of the extra points in a bit, but... We'll just give it a mesh like that, and then we'll give it a... Actually, I should really just not be lazy and get rid of the, Get rid of the, old mesh before I do that. Okay. Without being lazy this time, we're just going to draw a line along the top, line it up with the lid. What the heck is that here? The lid. Punch that in, and then draw another line down the bottom. We can go with the single point connecting the two corners, given that we don't want it to flex in the middle, and hopefully it will just behave the way it needed to. Okay, so like that, we now have a side that can flex here. So in theory, when we hit this state, we want this to just go whop like a little bit of like that. And then when right, because we're flipping the former entirely over with the way I'm doing this. Okay, that's fine. That means that negative would just want us to fold the other way. That's fine. It's more like drag than actual like flop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Don't do that. We want this to be a little longer here. Okay, so that's more like a flop that can happen to the lid. We're gonna have to be a little bit careful about how. Ooh, that ain't good. Oh, should we just control it both entirely with the outward flop rather than inward flop? Because we kind of want it to close neatly when it hits the inside. So honestly, we don't have to. This is a problem of actually just flipping a deformer entirely. Does some like really weird things. Good evening to you too. Ugh. It does look a pretty weird thing. Okay, what happens if I control it based entirely on when it's flipped outwards? Because that's really more of the important parts of when it's moving. If I really need to, then I guess we'll just have to control it using two separate blend shapes, which will be very dodgy, but this part has to come in a little bit. And that would make it less feasible for when it is moving using live tracking rather than using the animation tool. Which shouldn't actually matter, given that this is a motion that will be controlled. This will not be part of live tracking, now that I think about it. This might actually work. Okay, so effectively what we want here is that as it's swinging actually, should I control it like using this point? I mean, it kind of actually works at this point. I mean, it's a quick motion, so like it shouldn't matter so much when it's actually moving. Alright, let me just test it in the physics to see if I can make it behave a little, or at least if it looks close to what we need, that is good enough. We don't actually need it to look perfect, given that we'll be controlling the motion. Box, lid, we'll record as flop, sure. Okay, we're gonna control this using our box open parameter with position. We'll do single pendulum into the full X. So obviously it's swinging a little bit too much right now, but we just like drop the physics here a little bit. Okay, no, we needed to swing hard, but not swing back and forth. Which one's that? We wanted to return quickly, so we should be... Does it increase this or decrease this? I don't remember. It's not reaction speed, is it? Reaction speed of these... Man, I can never remember which one's which. Okay, let me just hide the placeholder. Oh, the placeholder lids that I used to visualize what we're dealing with. Oh, well, that's a problem. Hold up. Let me just very casually reattach this to the box here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Alright, like that or something. I feel like I want to keep like a little bit of a line there. Might be better if we just look at it when it's really flopping. Alright, I need to also now change the 0.5 position. So that this is actually attached to the box. Oh, if it's gonna be like that, then I should leave a bigger gap here. Not the most elegant way of doing this, but it works. Okay, so when the box... Oh, that's... So when it swings open, the lid itself can flop a bit. We can control how much it flops and how quickly it flops using the animation tool. So we're actually not too bothered about what exactly it looks like. But that is problem number 1 solved. Can I actually just mirror this across? It's not like quite mirrored right down the middle, which is also an issue. No, it's fine, honestly. We'll just get this to do the exact same thing as the other side. Where we just want to flip the whole as deformer over. Wait, what? Huh? Why is that so different? Was it because of the middle point? Or whatever. Just set it up first and then think about it. Oh right, no, it's because I... You really think I remember to do this before? Alright, we want to align the open literally with the box to make this easier to manage. So that we're literally folding this over. Okay, then we give it the open and we flip it so that it is now open. Oh, what? What the? Huh? What the heck happened there? Well, that's different. Like, I just wanted to grab this and grab this and... Why is it doing that? Why is it missing up all those points? It doesn't... I literally don't know why it's doing that. Hold up. But... Why was this side fine? I'm not doing anything different. Why is this side fine? Okay, fine. Let me try and copy, paste. We're going to put this on to... Box would be symmetrical, so we go here. And then tell box to reflect. And yep, reflect slightly off, isn't it? And then we put it into the right lid. We get rid of U. We put get rid of U. We put U inside U, And then we go up. And we could just readjust a little bit so that it is in the right position. Unfortunately, I have to do that before I put it in here. Why is it like slightly, like the slightest bit off? It should be like what, like about here. Still looks a little bit off, but honestly I could just readjust it. Alright, what are we dealing with? Alright, you can come out here, and you need to be like out here, and you need to be like about there. Okay, and then... when we hit about here, you need to be in a bit more. Beautiful. And then when this happens, and when this happens, ah, jeez. Is it? It's not. It's like very slightly not aligned. That's really annoying. But is it aligned enough that it won't cause like any major problems, which is effectively good enough. Okay, so the next question is how to actually hide Seia. Obviously, we need to be able to put her inside the box, but unfortunately, she actually needs to be able to pop out from behind the box. Can I actually hide her just the box covers? Oh, either way, I need a mask to hide the hands, given that they eventually need to be in front of the box, and I don't want to do any weird draw order shenanigans, because usually those break very easily. Also, they had to be done on the mesh layer, which also gets pretty awkward. So instead, what I want to do is... Actually, would that be a good idea, or should I actually try and just use the mesh layers? I could use a mask, but I don't know how effective the mask would be. Alright, where's her lower arms? Right now, just need to worry about actually getting this to do what I need to do. So let's not worry about all of the extra motions I'm gonna need. Well, this, what do we want to do? Let's see. Just set this as her body motion. We'll do the arms separately from her main body as a whole overall motion. So we'll say... and... and out. Sure. Okay, so basically we want 3 effective states. If I want to hide everything, Okay, I think we're gonna set this once again from 0 to 1, and we'll still do a 3-point system like so. Also, let me just remake just the former before it drives me insane. Hello there, how you doing? What? Oh, why did... Ah. Oh, boy. Alright, let's try that again. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Currently doing some problem solving, so there's gonna be a lot of me randomly making funny noises as things come up, but yeah, no matter what, I'm gonna need a mask for this. I just need to figure out the best way to use the mask. Alright, let me just bring in the mask. I need this as texture, please. Put it in here. Oh, right. It tries to replace that. Okay, don't do that. Instead, we will go into here and go into PSD. And I'm going to put the mask directly to the file and use it from there. Okay, let me just put mask into... Put the mask into this file, and also... Let me just make a folder for this. Whoop. Folder, put it right at the bottom. We're going to put the gray square if I need a mask and the gray ball if I need a mask into here. The gray names. And we'll do it from straight from here because that solves the problem of likely getting confused about which file I'm trying to replace. So gonna go to here, go into where is it? Here, here, and PSD. So now it's not telling me that I'll be replacing a gray square if I need a mask later, if I need to replace anything. Okay, so now we have these two balls, or a box and a square. Let me just stick this right at the bottom. We're going to be using a couple copies of the square here. These actually don't need... Actually, you need a mesh. You do not need a mesh. The square is literally what I need here. Alright, we're just going to put in a mask with each of the arms here. So we'll go copy paste. We'll rename you to left arm mask. And rename you to right arm mask. Let me just do the IDs as well. Is that the fast food Jack in the Box? Or the Jack in the Box? I mean, actually, I do know the standard Jack in the Box toy kind of little jingle it does. You know, I don't think have I ever owned a Jack in the Box? I don't think I've ever owned a Jack in the Box. Oh right, let's put this to the front actually. These need to be like way up front for a bit. But what effectively needs to happen is oh, the heads are currently out. Should I actually do it the other way around here to make this less of a pain for all the other little restrictions I get? Go like this, do this, and basically we want to, when the hand is hidden, basically sit completely hidden underneath the box, and when it is in this state, we want to raise it I'm thinking way too hard about this. Anyways, hello there. The current state of the animation, I'm trying to solve the bits that require, in theory, the most technical components first. So none of the more standard bits of tracking. But instead the annoying part that requires a bunch of masking. So the first thing here is that we need to be able to lift Seiya's hand out of the box. I can't actually turn the ends of her sleeves up too much because there's no hands under there. So we have to lift to a point, but not beyond that. If that makes any sense. Give me a moment. Also, none of these motions will be part of any kind of live 2D tracking right now. This is the bit that is going to be controlled entirely by animation. Just so that we're going through it. Let me just go through this again, actually, just so it's explained while stuff is actually happening. So, if something has live 2D motion, what the heck is this? That is a single rabbit ear. Okay, they want to apply the rabbit ears differently. Okay, we're gonna just grab sunglasses to do the ear. How do I get rid of stuff? How do I tell you to go away? Drag items to the lower right to delete item. Okay. Get you out of here. So basically, if a... I mean, the ear probably can't fit on my head, but when a live 3D item has tracking, basically it can have motions applied to it, similar to a VTuber model, and it will basically just take the same inputs that occur for the model. The problem is I don't know how to adjust it so that it doesn't do quite as much, which basically means that if you're using other people's items, it just won't work, from what I can tell. Because these glasses are really turning. But at the current point, that is intended for all of the standard motions that will occur. separate from that is what we're doing right now, which is to have these controlled animation motions to pop Seia in and out of the box. And ideally, I would like to have that controlled maybe by commands if I end up just putting her on the screen somewhere on the stream overlay. Which will be very janky going from YouTube, but I hope they can figure something out. Because there's no YouTube chat integration with YouTube Studio. It only exists for Twitch. So right now I'm trying to figure out the most realistic way to just lift her hand out in and out of the box. Okay, so what realistically needs to happen is that the left's mask here will also require a deformer to control during the hand and out motion, where this has to go nearly opposite. Basically, when it is completely underneath, yeah, we want you to fully cover her hand. Oh, right, it's got the onion skin on right now. Put that off. So that ends up underneath there. This lifts. Ideally, this needs to clear the box entirely, which I think will solve by adding a in-out motion. Okay, let me just change the name of this. We're going to change this to a lift. And we'll create a parameter for hand and out. Let me just turn the mask off again. Okay, so the most important. I just said the wrong thing. Jeez. I said create parameter. Why did I not create a parameter? I want to create a parameter here that let's see if I can plane shape this. It would be very nice if I can plane shape this. Basically, particularly when at the middle point here at 0.5, we need this hand to lift in a way which doesn't look absolutely insane. I'm gonna do this separately to pleasantries. Yes, I am. Alright, I'll remove this parameter, and instead we're going to make a whole bunch of deformers here. Unfortunately, the pieces here are too complex for me to get lazy, so I'm going to go ahead and make way too many deformers. Okay, so each of these is going to require an out motion. What should positive be? Do we go in or go out? I guess it doesn't really matter what that much. But effectively, we need hand to what's the mission look like on this? Yikes. What can we do about this? We can go. I guess we have to do it like this, maybe. This is a really not great way of doing this, but it'll work, which is the important part. Oh, come on. Do we really need to do that? That's not helpful. I'm trying to like kind of force the control on the bottom of this piece, basically by having a line that goes across the bottom. See if that works. Ugh. Oh, the important part is whether this can connect to that in a way that makes sense. So, oh, you know it's not going well when there's just random sharp intakes of air going straight down. Oh dear. Alright, what's the mesh looking like here? I think we need to do the same thing here. We'll kind of force a effective line going across the bottom, just to try and protect the shape a little bit. Oh. Okay, that's a problem. What the? 1 by 9. Oh, 8 by 8. We need a point in the middle. Very specifically, we need a point in the middle. Jeez, don't do that. We're naming... Are we naming an alien a dumb name, or is the alien... Like, what are we basing it off? Because you just want me to give an alien a dumb name. I'm gonna call it Keith. Oh boy, you know it's bad when I start missing these points individually. Hmm. I mean, it really depends on what category of dumb you want, right? Because my choice would be, well, that's not very impressive for an alien. It took us all this time to find an alien, and you're called Keith. Like, okay, sure. uh, how do I feel about this? Do I actually want to pull this in? As my Star Wars fan of a friend found out a few years back, I haven't watched Star Wars, so apart from the few memes that were really big from Star Wars a few years back, I don't know anything about this franchise. Actually, no, I did learn something recently. When I was watching I was like watching these robot chicken compilations. I found out was that one of the Empire, like Senate people, I think had a ship that was like had a super offensive name. I think it was just what was like Slave One or something. How do I feel about this? I think that will do for now. Okay, let me just do this going the other way around. Alright, what's the mesh on this on the side looking like? Just trying to hold the shape too closely together. It might actually be a case where the shape is being held too much together by the inside here. Do we just redo the mesh on the side? Let's redo the mesh on the side. And we're just going to decrease the mesh width a little bit, and we're just going to go ahead and line it up along the edge. Okay, put that in, and then we're just going to do this along the other side as well. Put that in, put that in. Okay, hopefully that'll fit now. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, well, that's a problem. I mean, this works in a way. Not very well, but... Hmm. Okay, so given that, didn't want to mess with you. Okay, so this is the piece that includes that part. Okay. Hmm. See how well this works. Okay, we're gonna base this motion against that, so we're just gonna lift the cuff so that it is inside the sleeve, like so. Hmm. Really should have been a bit more careful with how I made the pieces to begin with. Should be fine. Okay, where does that put these pieces though? That's the next question. Oh, I still not clear though. Actually, no, that's fine. Still have a little bit more to think about. Let's see. Hmm. That pin should have been separated. If it doesn't work the way I needed to, it'll be a GIF. Otherwise, it can use similar live tracking to live 2D items. Basically, if it doesn't work as a live 3D item, then we'll just use a looping track for everything. It might go a little out of scale for if I try to make it behave to some other things as well, but it'll be something else I'll set up at some other time. Yeah, that's moving too much. Hmm. Well, it's more obvious in, at least I think it's more obvious in the Japanese version. The way, the phonetics works. I mean, what the most obvious one from modern Dragon Ball, then it'll be what? KO? Was it KO and Khalifa? At least in English anyway, because if you go by the way you pronounce Kakarot in Japanese, it would be Kakaroto, and then carrot would be Karoto. Just actually get smaller going this way. I'm pretty sure Broly was just broccoli. And the other was it Super. What was Broly counted as with the green Super Saiyan? It like pops up like twice in the whole story, just like never remember what it's actually called. Let's go. Hmm. Wasn't that more recent? I've only like looked a little bit at the sort of wiki for like the newer stuff. I was like, why the hell is Piccolo orange now? uh, and the fact that Frieza is still like a big part of the story. Like, goddamn, this guy just won't go away. I mean, the androids were technically human, weren't they? At least was it 17 and 18 were humans or something? Was there a naming theme for the humans in Dragon Ball? The only ones I remember that stand out was Bulma and was it her is it her father or was it her grandfather of Dr. Brief? There's only like two that I remember being a pun. What was Bulma's mom called? I only remember the little like her very brief appearance in the abridged Dragon Ball where she tells Goku to not call her a MILF, but to call her GILF. That's like the only thing I remember about her. Oh, the abridged Dragon Ball is great. Oh, that is not it. That is closer to it. It was the older sister. Who's the older sister? I don't think I've ever seen an older sister. Was she only in Dragon Ball or something? But I don't feel like I've ever heard of her. Was she like in the later parts of Super? I only vaguely followed Zid. But I'm not as familiar with the newer parts of Super. I feel like I'm bending these down way too much. Hmm. I would like to flip this out a little bit further. I don't feel like she was ever mentioned in Z. Unless she appeared in Dragon Ball and just like wasn't a part of Z at all. Because Z just had what, a lot of Bulmer, a bit of Dr. Briest, and then Gilf. I don't know what the wife's name is called. I just remember her being Gilf. I don't know, that's like a good way to remember someone. um, hmm. I feel like most of my Dragon Ball knowledge actually ends up being from the abridged series instead of the actual series these days. I mean, when you talk to like other people who know Dragon Ball, usually a lot of the jokes they know are from the abridged series. Kind of sucks that they got, was it Team 4 Star got slammed by the old copyright. Because that was definitely some very good stuff they were doing. I need to go. Hmm. Hmm. Try that. No, I was actually kind of surprised how quickly it felt like the new Dragon Ball game kind of like popped up and then disappeared again really quickly. At least doesn't feel like it's the Dragon Ball game that people were talking about. Hmm. Yeah, I'm like a fighting game spectator. I just like watching them. My hands don't work well enough to play them. I'm fully aware that I am not capable of playing them at a decent enough level. But like, I watched like one like LAN tournament that had Sparkling Zero. It was painful to watch. This was like, it's like what? It's actually easier to watch online tournaments of that game than it is to watch the LAN tournaments, because at least then it's not split screen. Like holy shit, it's like trying to watch a live tournament while split screen was like horrific. Yeah, I like watching a lot of Guilty Gear, even though I know for a fact that I won't have the hands for it. And I played a little bit of the new version of the Grand Blue one, since you can just play a free rotation of characters a little bit without having to worry about buying anything. But the character I want to play is part of DLC, so I haven't really touched it in a long time. A Potemkin. Apparently, at least the last time I watched Guilty Gear, apparently Potemkin got buffed way too much, and he was like super OP. Because all of his I think it was like all of his normals got way too much range. I mean, you get that with like the whenever you have a friend who's just like really good at the game. I mean, for me, that friend was in Dota. I mean, if like robotish, it'll be what? It's either Potemkin or it's what? Bedman, maybe? If you can count Bedman as a robot. It's probably Potemkin, right? Big green grappler guy. I watched a video a little while ago on the current state of Guilty Gear, and apparently everyone's calling it a mistake that they made it so that the VFX of Potemkin flicking his finger, where the VFX effectively change it from like a 1/3 screen normal into like a nearly 3/3, like 2/3 screen normal. Like, so it's just gestures all the way across the screen because of how big he is already. Because he's got, was it the full screen low and then like a nearly full screen high. I haven't tried Pokemon PvP. I have like a very vague understanding of like the basics of it, and I played on, was it the Poker MMO server thing for a while, which basically promoted the use of competitive strategies because they put a level cap on you. So you actually had to like use buffs and stuff to like overpower big opponents. I am doing way too much of this motion. Now I go into Pokemon playing it as a collector. I rather just catch everything and fill up the decks than deal with the complexities of how to battle correctly. I mean, my teams are usually pretty horrific, honestly. Showdown. Man, some of the showdown videos you find on YouTube are just hilarious. Especially the ones where people were clowning on people who use, was it all of the OU teams? With like a bunch of like random underused Pokemon. It's like, oh, you have a full team of legendaries? Let me just turn you into a Clownfist. I haven't watched one of those in a long time, though. Those are usually pretty funny. Especially since it only gets turned into a video if the person they're clowning on really gets aggressive in the chat. Well, I mean, I expect getting really aggressive in the chat, but the massive amount of clowning on people is another fun part of it. I want to increase the size of our hands a little bit. And I felt the comps, like the competitive side of Pokemon got. It's exciting like the first few matches, and then you just realize that the meta has been so solved before every tournament that every team's exactly the same. And then it kind of dies down a little bit. Unless like you watch like the few people who are trying to break the meta, but then those few people usually don't, like, unless they do a miracle run for the tournament because they've actually like broken the meta. It's like you just end up with the same team every single match, and it's just like, I don't know about watching this. Okay, so I think when we go here, we actually want to shrink this down a little bit. I was like partway through completing the decks in Violet until the DLC came out. I mean, I dropped the game before the DLC came out, but holy shit, that game just doesn't work. It doesn't freaking work. I need this to feel like part of the supplies of. This is clear. It's nothing clear. I just lift this up more so that I can completely clear the box. Basically, you have to clear like right here. As long as it clears like right there, I'm fine. A lot higher than I expected. Oh, that. What's the best way to deal with this? I need a sleep. Yeah, I need a sleep piece. I mean, that was like the general fun part of missing with people, right? With the lower tier Pokemon. It also was that usually when you end up really blasting a team with lower tier Pokemon, the opponent's just using a team of legendaries. And they're just like trying to beat you down with a bunch of stat sticks. How to solve this problem? I'm gonna need a back piece here. Holy shit, that's bright. Okay, gonna add a piece here. Oh yeah, that's what happens with the actual competitive Pokemon, right? Like you just have you go and turn on the like Pokemon official championship tourneys, and it's just like, oh look, it's the same team over and over and over and over. Like, hold on, let me just. How does this piece need to work? I didn't really think I'd be going back onto the spot, but let's go ahead and okay, well, looking at the underside of the sleeve, I think I can get away with not having the opening for the ribbons here, realistically speaking. What we need is to have it bumps out the most at the top. If we pretend that bit is right in the middle, like right here, then let's go like here and go like here. Hmm. 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 It literally just needs to be a wall. Don't need this. Just need a back piece. Hmm. No, that'll be fine. Alright, turn you off, turn you off, turn you off. We're just going to go ahead and add a color here. Just going to take a white, and we'll just go ahead and alright, bluish, slight bit of gray. And we want to go into here. I could definitely tell it's a Pokemon channel. Everyone's favorite move when it comes to anything that's not a standard Pokemon run. I don't want to do this. Whatever. What are you doing? Needs just to be a shadow underneath. How do I want to do this? This literally just needs to sit at the back. Don't really need to worry too much about the overall details, except that it is at the back. Let's just lighten up this part here a little bit more. Okay, let me take this and put it into not this, but foreground, Loram into here. Oh wait, I need to split this or whatever, that's fine. You merge, and then you go like this, cut that, paste that into lift, wait, paste that into lift. Oh wait, no, this goes right back, doesn't it? This goes to the body. Okay, left and right. Let's put this. Okay, left and right. We want to take this and we want to put this in with the rest of her body right in the front of her torso area, right there. Okay, let's just see how ridiculous that looks with the fact that I haven't been very careful with how I colored it. Put this in with the rest of her body, torso. Into there. Okay. Okay, so now that when we say that this is lifting, okay, you need to. Ah, jeez. You need to be like a little bit separate. Hold on, let me just make a parent of this then. Okay, so let's lift this into here and wait, into here. Then we want to give, let me just go ahead and give these two things a basic mesh. That should behave. And then we want to give this a sleeve. Back. And we want to also apply the hand lifts to this, where when open, we basically just want to go ahead and stretch this out. We don't care too much about the shape. The job is literally just to sit in the back and cover the back. Or what kind of insanity have I created? It's left too high. Well, that's annoying. I don't really gotta think about this. Okay, so first thing, maybe we put this further forward then. Do I just put it right behind the lower arms, actually? Is that actually where I want it? Kinda is, actually. Sure. Oh, right. Put that. Folder. I need a folder. And this needs to go in front of literally everything. There's not causing insanity now. And there's just kind of a sleeve thing at the back. Okay, so that solves that problem. I'm slowly losing my sanity over this. So now there's just not just giant gaping hole at the back when her arm lifts. It looks a little bit weird right now, but all of these motions need to be combined anyway to actually create the effective motion, so it's not that big of an issue right now. Still rolling towards it. I haven't actually checked when the gacha is supposed to renew again, because it's supposed to be doing the 3-star, what's 2 times 3-star. Seeing as I already spent all the old luck on the gacha when I spun the gacha on stream the other time. Don't know how that's gonna go. Admittedly, I also did a first pull on the gacha on when the Princess Connect one flipped over as well, because I got the event gacha pull on the first one there as well. I don't know if there's some beautiful being in the heavens telling me that I should spend money on gachas right now. Okay, so when this happens, where is the, why is this separate? No, you what? You left arm must be in here. Okay. So left arm mask, basically it is covering when this is like this. At this point, it is effectively clearing the box here, and as it comes down, we also need this to move out of the way. And then, if I've done this correctly, we should be able to take this mask and actually wait, no, it's probably faster if I go like this. Actually, can I just tell this sleeve to mask? I can't tell the sleeve to mask. Alright, let's just turn this off, and then we're just gonna grab you, and you. If we give it the left arm mask, then what should happen, give the left arm mask, invert. What should happen is that this occurs. And so, when the arm pops out of the box, it'll go up, it'll clear out, and then it will come out in front of the box. Okay, problem solved. I feel like I'm waiting for way too much to do this. Um, okay, the problem now is, can I get all of this to just reflect onto the other side neatly? I should be able to reflect them based on the lower arm positioning, shouldn't I? The left arm is like that, right arm... Wait, what? Ah, jeez. Anything I should know about? Okay, let's just make another right here, and we're just gonna go like that, and we're just gonna... Actually, I guess I'm not gonna bother doing that. Then we want to just pop that down, and then now we have the formatted right sides. Okay, so, what I should be able to do is go into each of these parts. Actually, they're all named this way, so I should actually be able to just copy them all. Paste them all. Bring them out to lower arms. So now they're all under this. Tell all of these things to reflect. Because it should be centered around the lower arms. Then go into right and put these all into here. Oh, I changed the... Huh? Oh, right. Just attach to this. Do you? It should look a little different right now because of the fact I changed the mesh. Let's just specify that by telling you. Why is this slightly off? Probably about there. And that should make it so that these are now completely identical. But why? Why didn't that copy? Or that... Ah! Okay, this has the thing on it. Okay, good. I should change the angle a little bit here. Come on. Okay. Then, where's the mask? Then we want to give it to you. Then we want to just grab one of you and 1, 2, 3, 4. Clip. Invert. And now I've moved this that way. Well, let's just do it a smart way here. Let's get you out of here. Wait, let's get you out of here. Bring you up to here. Then put you into here. Alright, and then we should be able to okay, and then I believe I should be able to just go like do I go like this? How did it? Ah, jeez. I need to. Well, let's just bring both of you up a little bit so that you are going into the box and not into the line of the box there, like so. And so whenever I go like this, it should look like they come out of, it looks a little bit insane, but comes out of a box and it clears currently. The motion itself should be a bit quicker, so should be a bit of a problem. Except that here, just gonna go ahead and use a fair amount. This is just a back piece, so I honestly don't care too much about what it's doing, but it just needs to not look absolutely insane. That's a bit better. Okay, that will be combined with a little bit of this motion, so that should be fine. Okay, and that took up the whole session. Oh, jeez. Alright, so the two of the major parts are done now. That aren't related to just standard live 2D tracking. So the question is, do I mess with the halo and her body actually popping out of the box, or do I try and do the other parts now? Or do it next. I should probably have her fully pop out of the box and have all of those motions done before I actually start messing with the standard live 2D tracked motion, shouldn't I? Yeah, that's probably a better plan. Alright, so next time we'll basically be doing this, but with her head. And then we'll figure out what to do with the halo. The halo is also going to require a bit of masking, because it needs to effectively be on top of her head up to a point until it flips to be behind her head. Which is where this mask is going to probably come into play, the circular mask. I think what's going to happen is that this mask is basically just going to copy the shape of her, like the round part of her head, and we're just going to try and keep the halo hidden to a point as it goes behind her head. The problem is the ears, actually. Might have to create a copy of the ears, put it into the back, and then use that also as a mask. Depending on how that goes. It really depends on how much the halo itself clears the head. I'm going to use the same logic to open the boxes on the halo, where we're just going to absolutely flip the whole deformer so that it is a plane that flips, rather than making it look like a 3D object with thickness. Oh jeez, hiccups again. Oh wait, why is it always when I'm just like talking a lot? But either way, that is a problem for future me. So either way, thank you very much for watching me lose my mind to just opening a box today. Next time I'll be losing my mind to trying to pop her out of the box with the halo behaving correctly. So if you want to see more of that, remember to be subscribed or following, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I shall see you all again next time.